Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Wilhelm Scream, and welcome back to another day in Destiny 2 for some more Destiny 2 news. And God, I really wish he was already here, Beyond Light Intel. But of course, today is Friday, so we have our Friday weekly update. My favorite day. We get our XUR update. Mr. Spaghetti Face is back. Trials has returned. And of course, we will be covering all the other glitches, tips, and cheeses that you might want to take advantage of, seeing as we are getting so close to the end of the season. And maybe you're just looking to farm out some extra materials, maybe get an exotic or two that you don't already have. But today, what are you doing in here, man? Get out of here, Knight. Oh my god. XUR, if you couldn't tell, can be found here in the rig. On Titan. Oh my, I'm still getting oh my god. Technical, what is, this guy is a ninja. Please just let me loot XUR. Thank you. Can be found today on Titan in the rig. Before we get to all the things that XUR is selling and everything else that I mentioned previously, before I was attacked, I just want to remind everybody I'm still doing the giveaway on my YouTube channel. The next one will be at 50,000 subscribers. All you have to do to be entered into that giveaway is like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, turn on the notifications, the bell that's right next to the big red subscribe button, and follow me on Instagram or Twitter. They'll be linked in the description box down below. And if I don't know what the Trials loot is, I don't currently know what all the Trials loot is, that'll also be linked in the description box, listed for all the wins, as well as the map. And as always, if you stick around until the end of the video, I'll have a secret hashtag you can leave in the comments section to be entered into that giveaway a second time for this video. And remember, those stack between all videos, so if you haven't done this on a previous piece of content on this channel, why not go back, check out another video, and of course, do it again. We are doing a giveaway of Beyond Light, so keep that in mind. Alright, XUR, Spaghetti Face, the man, the myth, the legend. Let's see what he's selling. We have the Skyburner's Oath Scout Rifle. This is an interesting one. This is the one that sort of fires those tracking slugs if you shoot it from the hip. Lobs explosive rounds that get stronger and faster when aiming down sight. Although I don't really think aiming down sight is the way to go with this particular weapon. It's kind of cool if you're rocking, top tree Warlock. It's for Dawnblade. It's kind of fun because you can float around up there with heat rising and just sort of pelt people down, but hasn't really found its place in the meta in my opinion yet. This weapon lobs large explosive seeking slugs when you're firing from the hip. When you're aiming down sight, the slugs travel faster and straight with high damage and lower rate of fire. Who knows, this might be something very meta in the next expansion, maybe once Beyond Light gets here. But for right now, just sort of an interesting exotic, though maybe not the most effective. We have Orphidia Scythe. It's like the hardest name for me to pronounce. But essentially, this is for the Hunter. This grants 2 knives per charge. So you get an extra throwing knife. So if throwing knives are your thing, you're going to want to check these out. This is a 63 roll, so pretty good. It's got a high recovery on it. 21. We got Intellect 14. And everything else is pretty low. Nothing breaching 10. Resilience is a 9. Discipline is a 9. So, okay. Not really my thing, but might want to check it out. We have the Eternal Warrior for the Titan. Casting Fist of Havoc grants an overshield. Gain an overshield when activating Fist of Havoc. Another example. Another alliteration. We have the Eternal Warrior, as I said, with a 60 total roll, recovery 19, we have discipline 15, and resilience 11. And then we have, in my opinion, probably the best pick for this week, even though this is I guess this is a 63 roll, but even though this is only a 62 roll, we have the Transverse Steps for the Warlock. Now, these are pretty good. I actually do like to use these, and there's a really fun glitch that you can do with these when paired with one other exotic, and I'll talk about that in just one second. But first, 62 total roll, we have 18 discipline, 14 mobility, 12 resilience. Okay, not the best roll for a Warlock in my opinion. Buff sprint, let's do the Buffs sprint speed, excuse me, increased. After a short time sprinting, your current equipped weapon is automatically reloaded. So maybe you can figure out where I'm going with this, but these are good for Garden of Salvation raid. I actually like to use these occasionally for one specific encounter where you need a sniper. But maybe pick those up, and just to show you what I'm talking about, let me switch this out really quick. Let me switch over to my transverse steps. Is that guy back in here again? Oh my god, he's freaking me out now. Okay, so if you have this nifty little weapon, the Izanagi's Burden, everybody knows that you can trade in your 4 shots for 1 shot. And just like that, if you sprint after you get your charged round, all the other rounds in the magazine will transfer over to refill the mag. Now, you don't get 4 overload rounds, you just get the 1, but then you can shoot if you have more than the 2 extra bullets that I had in this case. You could have up to another 3 shots. So you could have your 1 overcharged round plus another 3 shots, excuse me. So that helps. It does a little extra damage, and you can do it really, really fast. One of my favorite little pairings that I like to do, it's not too big of a glitch, but it's something that people should probably know about if you're ever thinking about using these and you have an Izanagi's Burden and you're playing on a Warlock. Good thing to know. Alright, so that's it for XUR today. Let's go over some other things that you can probably take advantage of or want to know. Of course, we have Trials of Osiris. The map this week is the Altar of Flame, and there's a really interesting glitch on that map, which I will show you right now. Let's load up an Altar of Flame. It's already set to go. Great, thank you very much. Let's start it up. How do I actually start this thing? Altar of Flame, yes. I don't start. Why wouldn't it let me start it? Thank you. Alright. The wins for, the rewards for 3 wins is the Rocket today. I don't know what 5, 7, and Flawless is, but they will be listed in the description box by the time you're seeing this video. I'm sure they will be known. Never played Altar of Flame. It's an oldie, but a goodie. And like I said, there is a small little glitch that if you're a newbie to Trials of Osiris, or you're just tired of getting whomped on, it might be something you can take advantage of. Even experienced players might want to take advantage of this. In slightly other news, while we're loading in, we of course have the Lake of Shadows strike this week for the Nightfall ordeal. Great farm if you're looking to stack up on a bunch of these guys, the Ascendant Shards, or these guys, the Enhancement Prisms. And there is a great little glitch you can do with Enhancement Prisms, which I'll cover in just one second. But let's go and I'll show you this little glitch spot in Altar of Flame. I always cover this when it is the Altar of Flame, because it's been around for a while and they still haven't patched it. Sometimes these things get patched. This is easiest done on a Warlock, so keep that in mind. If you're in this area right here where I am, and I think you might be able to make this from another area, but you're essentially going to just run, jump up here, and you're going to this little ledge right there. Now I missed it in this case. I might not have my agility set high enough, but let's see if we can make it without using Heat Rising first. I might have to do a little bit more of a run there. Let's see, can I make it? Can I make it? Yes, I did. Okay. So if you're using Heat Rising, it's actually quite a bit easier. Now you can't go any higher than where I am right now, and you can, I guess, kind of fall off of this. The only trick to that is that you actually want to make sure that you clamber on the edge. If you just try to land on the edge, you're not going to be able to do it because you don't actually have enough headroom to make it into the little, there's an invisible gap right in this area that would allow you to hang on the ledge. So you kind of want to make sure that you get to the point where you clamber so that you can actually get up onto here. But once you're up on here, most people are not going to be able to tell you where you are. They're going to think you're probably hiding in this section somewhere. just an interesting little fun spot. If you're on this side, anybody coming from the right is not going to see you. People coming from the left obviously will see you, but if that's the side that you're spawning on, you can see the advantages. And because you're on the ledge of the map, there's not really too many places for people to go, so the lines of sight are fairly limited. Good place to put a newbie if you're carrying somebody, you know, one of those things. Maybe sit up here with, like, I like a fusion rifle is probably the best, because this is sort of mid-range. A fusion rifle is pretty easy to hit people with. Maybe a bastion, that's my favorite to bring into trials. I know people hate me when I use it, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, especially when you're playing on PC and there's people using aim bots and wall hacks, even though those things were kind of taken down a little bit recently, so hopefully those things will be moving out of the community as fast as they came in. But as of the moment, I hide in spots like this and I use a bastion. That's what I do. Now, when it comes to farming the Lake of Shadows strike, like I said, if you're looking to get some Ascendant Shards or some Enhancement Prisms, maybe you have too many Enhancement Prisms, but you don't have enough of these guys, the Enhancement Cores. A fun little thing you can do to maybe trade in some of those Enhancement Prisms for Enhancement Cores is head over to your Collections tab, go over to some armor, find just some basic leveling armor, go over to a blue piece. Let's take this guy right here. This will be 250 glimmer, 3 gunsmith materials. It's a little bit of a cost, but again, this is just if you need some enhancement cores. Go down to that piece of armor and you'll see it actually comes in with 5 energy loaded on it for some reason. Now you need to upgrade this a couple of times. You're going to need to use some legendary shards and some enhancement cores. You see I have 60 right now, so I'm going to trade in 2 of those. I now have 58 enhancement cores, and you're going to want to upgrade it one more time, but you see now it's not using enhancement cores, it's using enhancement prisms. So I'm going to trade in one of those. And now I'm going to go and delete this blue piece of armor, and as you can see, I get back 6 enhancement cores. That's because 1 enhancement prism is worth 3 enhancement cores. So when you use the 3 to upgrade, you essentially use 2, and then you use an enhancement prism, and you end up getting essentially 6 back. So that's the way it works. And now I have 63 enhancement cores. Fairly easy, not really a great farm, I would say, just sort of a fun little economy cheese or economy glitch, whatever you want to call it. A couple other things that you might want to take advantage of. I'm going to just keep talking about them until the end of the season. If you do not have your Xenophage and you're going for the dungeon section of it in the Pit of Heresy, there's a huge glitch. Check my channel. It's the #1 video on my channel. It's a Xenophage glitch. I get questions about it still all the time. And even when I talk about it, people ask me, where can I find the video? Just go to my channel, guys. It's the #1, I think it's the most viewed video on my channel. All right? Get your Xenophage. There's no reason not to have this weapon at this point. If you're doing it solo, all you have to do is go into the dungeon. There's literally a glitch behind a wall, like a hole in the wall. You go out of the map through the hole in the wall. A fairly easy little jumping puzzle. Not really a jumping puzzle, just kind of like little platforming thing. You got to drop from one section to another section to another section. You pick up the lore tabs like normal, but the great thing about it is you get to the ogre room. There's no ogres. You get to the boss room where you would normally die, and you have to repeat the whole boss encounter because she gets all her health back, and literally you have to restart the whole thing. That doesn't happen. Once you're fighting her, you die. She retains all the damage you've already done. You just spawn outside of the room where the boss is. This is for the Xenophage boss. And you run back in, and you just continue to do damage to her. You don't have to worry about dying. It alleviates that whole problem. Alright? There's a couple other things in that video that you probably would find helpful if you haven't done this at all. But you get your Xenophage, because it's super, super meta right now. And it probably will be for the near future. Alright? One other thing is, if you do not have a Telesto Catalyst, the Leviathan will be disappearing. Go into the Eater of Worlds. I have another glitch talking about this. You can go and get the Catalyst solo from one of the chests in the Eater of Worlds. All right, it's another get through a wall thing. I'll link it. It'll be somewhere top right corner or at the end of the video. All right, go get that too, because that's disappearing. The Xenophage thing, I don't know if the glitch is going to be there next season. Maybe they might do a rework of that dungeon. Maybe they might fix it, because I'm sure people at Bungie know about it at this point. I don't know why it actually hasn't been fixed yet. But this one is, but maybe it will be. But this one's leaving, so go do it. Get those things done. And that's going to be it for all the information in today's video. Thank you all so much for watching all the way to the end through all my ramblings. For the secret hashtag, you can leave in the comments section. For today's video, leave a hashtag XUR or a hashtag BeyondLight. If there's any other clever hashtag you can think that you could take from any of the things that we talked about today, hashtag spaghetti face. Somebody always tells me to mention that. I talk about XUR being spaghetti face all the time. Leave that in the comments section down below. Thank you all so much for watching once again. I am Wilhelm Scream. Of course, we will see you in the next video. Little